Welcome from the deep. I am Mike.
And I am Brett.
And today we are going to be talking about the 1983 film Videodrome. This was very strangely a Brett pick, not generally what I would think he would pick.
Because I bought it because you bring it up all the time, and it was on sale at the place that I go to, and I was like, okay, I'll finally watch this because maybe he'll leave me alone now.
That seems like cope, as the kids would say. Cope, bro. Bruh. Oh. So, yeah, this is the Criterion release. I'm actually... have you seen this before you bought it?
I have not. I have not, and that is the exact one that I bought.
This is the Blu-ray. You bought the Blu-ray or the 4K?
I can tell you, actually. Hang on just a second.
This is a really cool version because the tape inside the slip is the actual...
Yeah, it's the Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. The tape, the case inside is the actual tape.
Yep.
Very fucking cool little Easter egg there.
There is a part in this movie where they go, what format is it in? And I realized they were asking VHS or Beta.
Or Betamax, yeah, because this is actually Beta.
Yeah, because this is made at a time where that was a thing before the porn industry decided what we would get.
Yep. Not like now, because they, whatever. We don't need to get into a porn rant about technology.
Let's go down this road. Let's go down this road about porn. I want to talk about today. We are talking about porn.
Welcome to Talking Porn with Brett and Mike.
The most uncomfortable show on YouTube.
So no, today we're talking about Videodrome. So outside of what you now know about it, what did you know going into this? Because this is a movie I've seen a bunch going into this.
I knew you liked it. I knew that made me hesitant to watch it. I know it was a Cronenberg movie.
You like Cronenberg, right?
I don't know. Now I know, but I didn't know. And I knew it was a body horror movie. That's about all I knew going into this.
Okay. Yeah. Is it as body horror horrible as you thought it was going to be?
Body horror horrible.
Body horrible?
No, actually, I was pleasantly surprised to be able to get through this and not have a bunch of
Yeah, it is body horror, but not nearly in the same way that some of his other stuff is.
No, this is not Dead Alive.
No.
Thank God. Thank God.
That's more like a splatter gross out movie. And
Dead Alive deserves its own fucking genre of horrible.
I forgot how much you really hated Dead Alive.
I fucking hate that movie. Like, Dead Alive makes actually upset me. It actually upset me. It was the first time I went, you know what? If I was one of those book burning type people, I'd be the movie version of that for Dead Alive. I am not. I'm just saying, if I was, Dead Alive would be at the tippy top of that list for me.
I will say that it's definitely grosser than this is. And if you go into Videodrome having seen Dead Alive and maybe thinking that they're the same genre, I could see not being super stoked for Videodrome, but it's not what you thought it was, huh?
No, it's not. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised in a multitude of ways with this.
Well, maybe we should watch the other Peter Jackson movies. Like the other early Peter Jackson.
I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I'm good because I saw Dead Alive now. You ruined that possibility. You should have built up to Dead Alive. You didn't.
I thought I did.
You didn't. You didn't. We need 5 more years to build up to Dead Alive.
Well,
Dead Alive should be the episode where we determine if the podcast ends.
Yeah, I mean, there are 2 movies that I have heard a lot about from him that I've really wanted to see, but I've never actually seen. And those two movies are Meet the Feebles and what was the other one? Bad Taste. Those are both
Bad Taste sounds awful.
Those are both early gross out Peter Jackson movies, and
yeah,
I've heard that those are fucking crazy.
Could you just go ahead and repeat those titles one more time? Hang on, let me find my do not let Mike recommend list real quick, and then if you could just give me those names again.
Yeah, look at this. Bad Taste looks interesting.
Oh, you know what? I have seen that cover.
Yes, yeah. Me too. I definitely remember the cover from like the old movie store days.
I'm good.
Nah, he's even in it.
Yeah, nope. No. Won't watch that. Nah, dude. No.
All right. I didn't know it was just going to straight up show someone eating brains or face or whatever that was.
It's not brains. It's half his fucking head's
half
gone.
His head. But anyway, all right. Well, yeah, this is not that. Videodrome is not that. It is a little bit higher art, high-minded, sci-fi body horror.
It's because it wasn't made in a fucking prison colony.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, you're thinking Australia, not New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
All right. Well,
oh yeah, because they're different cultures.
Do you want to go ahead and give us a synopsis of Videodrome from 1983?
Yes, Videodrome is I don't know how to describe this. There's so many like moving parts in this movie. I guess the best way of describing it would be to say that it's a movie about a guy who discovers what he thinks is a pirate video series or company. And slowly or quickly goes down a rabbit hole and discovers that it is this like global conspiracy that he is hell-bent on stopping, which sounds weird, but that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the other part of it is all that unfolds in, as you can see here, an hour and 27 minutes. They don't waste a single fucking frame.
Bro, this movie crams a lot into under an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, the one sentence synopsis from IMDb says a programmer at a Toronto TV station that specializes in adult entertainment searches for the producers of a dangerous and bizarre broadcast,
that's better.
Which is pretty good, actually.
That's a better synopsis.
Very good. Yeah. So, all right, well, why don't you give me your initial impressions? I'll give you mine. We'll talk about specifics and or spoilers, and then we will talk about ratings.
Yeah, dude, I gotta say, I was shockingly surprised. I really thought, I knew it was body horror, and I am not a huge fan of body horror, mostly because body horror usually does not have elements around it. Or not that it usually doesn't have elements around it. For me, the elements around body horror don't seem to be the focal point, whereas the gross out factor usually seems to be the focal point. But this is what I can only describe as the, I don't know, artsiest or classiest way to do
it's the
body
sweet
horror.
Spot.
Yes. The special effects are phenomenal. There is a scene in here that we're going to get to where it started out with me going like, okay, I can see how they're doing that. And then the scene proceeds and I go, I don't know how they did that. And there's a lot of that in this, but the acting is good, which I was kind of expecting from a director as renowned as David Cronenberg. I was expecting more from this because of Cronenberg's name being attached to it. I did not know James Woods was going to be in this. I went into this as blind as you could possibly go into a movie. And when I saw him pop up, the first thing I thought was, you've got James Woods. And then after that, I thought, okay, maybe this is going to be something far better than what I expected it to be. And as it progressed, it just got better. and it just got better and it just got better.
Yeah, dude, I definitely agree with that. The one thing that I will say, I'm also not hugely into body horror, and this seems to be one of the ones on the list where it's like I can deal with it because it's there, but it's not the focal point. And like you said, there's stuff around it happening that is actually interesting. This reminds me a lot of that Nicolas Cage movie,
Wicker Man.
8mm. I think it's called 8mm.
Yes.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, dude, I gotta tell you, this is. I saw this. I feel like on Showtime forever ago. This is where he's like he's a private detective and he gets hired to track down whoever made the snuff film that this rich old lady finds in her dead husband's like safe. And so she's like, I just want to know that this is fake. And like, can you hunt down what happened here? This clearly took from Videodrome. I don't know why I'm really like showing this off like, but if you haven't seen that, go watch it because this is very similar vibes. But Videodrome has this surprising element to it where you actually give a shit about the plot. And it is interesting as it unfolds. You actually want to find out more. And furthermore, in Act 2, you actually find out what's happening. Like pretty early on, you find out what Videodrome is, how they're using it, all that stuff. So they don't make you wait till the very end of the movie to find that stuff out. And even when they tell you what it is, you still want to see what's going to happen after that, which is maybe the best part. The best thing that I can say about this film is that the writing is phenomenal. Like it is a gross out movie, but it is in the most high-minded, well-spoken, like artistic way possible. And this is, like you said, this is a good medium of artsy and body horror. This is the sweet spot where you've got just enough to make people cringe, but there's way more there for the mind to be thinking about and for the plot to unfold and all that stuff. Not to mention, James Woods is fucking incredible in this. The special effects are insane. That scene with the chest is so fucking cool. The first time I saw that, it blew my mind.
That was the scene I was talking about because it starts with him like sitting down. First of all,
it's very subtle. They don't even point it out at first. He's scratching it.
At first I went, who pokes their belly with a gun?
Yeah.
But then like when he's sitting down, I'm sitting there going, okay, that looks really good. And it's very convincing, but I can wrap my head around how they're making that work.
Yeah.
And then we get that scene where he's standing and he's wrist deep in his own body, which is usually the equation for a good weekend. And he's having a very bad night. And I can't wrap my head around how they made that happen. I mean,
it's him holding his hand like this. And
no, I know
what
it is,
hand,
but
and then him sticking it out further. You shoot it from,
but just the way, the angle they shot it at,
it looks really good.
The angle that he's standing, like that had to be choreographed to make look as good as it did.
Yeah, dude, it's
like like you're seeing good direct. Oh, hang on, there we go. You're seeing good directing. Like it, like play out in one scene, but in a choreographed way.
Yeah, well, and that's why this movie still holds up so many years later, I think, is because the directing is rock fucking solid. And you really, really get a good sense of how fucking good Cronenberg can be when he's not too wrapped up in being weird. It's like the same way I feel kind of about Wes Anderson. It's like if you would just get out of your own way, you could make amazing things. And that's
Cronenberg do the Social Network?
No, the Social Network was
Soderbergh.
Soderbergh, I think.
Yeah, okay. Soderbergh needs to put the fucking iPhone down.
Oh, we're both wrong. It's Fincher. It's David Fincher.
Wow, we suck.
Yeah, it's David. I've never seen this movie. Still to this day, I've never seen it. So
The Social Network?
Yeah.
It's very good.
I'm sure it's great. I've seen clips of it and it looks really good. I really like Jesse Eisenberg.
And Anything that keeps Mark Zuckerberg up at night, I'm all for.
Fucking hell. Well, I mean, as far as Videodrome goes, I don't know, dude. This one has a name for itself, and people know what this is. And there are scenes that have been taken from this movie and spun into pop culture. I remember like knockoff scenes of this from like cartoons and stuff from when we were a kid. So,
well, dude, this is the thing. It doesn't feel like we're just jumping from one special effects exhibition to the next. Like, it doesn't feel like it feels like we're actually going on a ride and being told a story rather than giving fluff pieces in between gross out pieces.
Yeah, well, and I mean, he's done this. What year was that? It was 86. Yeah. So 3 years later, he goes on to make The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. Have you seen that?
Oh, wow. You know what? I haven't. I know somebody's going to
like just very weird about that,
me
though,
for that.
When you picked Videodrome, I was kind of like taken aback because I was like, maybe we should do The Fly. And then you picked Videodrome. And I was like, fucking hell, that's weird. But if you haven't seen have you seen the original with Vincent Price?
No, I haven't. I know. Well,
you know how I'm going to get you to watch it? By telling you that this exists?
Go on. Oh, no. Oh, my. There's so many. Oh, holy shit. It's like, wow.
It's all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is that in Blu-ray?
Yes, it is. I don't know if this is still in print now that I've brought that up, but I'm 90% sure that it is.
Okay.
But well, this is the one I'm talking about. The one with Goldblum in it, 1986. Well, and
considering sci-fi horror is like my favorite type of horror, The Fly is one of those ones that is like always like I've been meaning to watch it for years and years and years, and I've wanted to watch it for years and years and years. But the joys of unmedicated ADHD is you get a desire to want to do something that lasts for 30 seconds before a squirrel captures your attention. So it's been on my radar for so many years, but I just keep it's almost like I keep forgetting to go watch it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like, that's another one, dude, that got parodied to death by cartoons and stuff when we were kids.
Yeah.
A lot of that has to do with the fact that, you know, fucking Vincent Price is in the original. It's a classic. I think doing that movie, but watching both of them would be a really fucking interesting podcast. That would be a really fucking interesting show.
Well, and here's the thing. Now that we've discussed it on here, now that you've shown me that, I have a feeling it'll be the same thing because like the whole reason I picked up Videodrome was because I went out movie shopping every now and then. Like I don't go out movie shopping often, but when I do, I go out with the intention of spending like a good chunk of money on movies. Like I went out when I went and bought this, it was in like a stack like this of Criterion Collection and 4K movies. Yeah. And so
that was when the Criterion sale was going on too. So
yeah, this is like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And so now that that's on my list, I'll be more inclined to get it. Now I have seen The Fly when I've gone to go buy movies, but I really, really try not to buy movies. I won't buy a movie if it doesn't have a slipcase. Or it's not in 4K. I will buy a Blu-ray if it's in a slipcase. I won't buy a Blu-ray if it's not in a slipcase. I will buy a 4K movie generally regardless, but almost never. If it doesn't have a slipcase, I generally won't spend the money on it because not out of like being snobbish, but because I know there's a slipcase version out there and I know if I find it, I'll buy it and I don't want to buy it twice.
Well, the 4K versions are different because most of them come with slipcases now.
Right.
I'm kind of the same way with 4Ks. I try not to buy them unless the one with the slipcase is there. With Blu-rays, I don't care. But this Scream box set, they do so much good shit. Or at least they used to. I think that this is one of Cronenberg's best movies because it's weird, it's gross, but it's also high-minded, has a lot to say. It's not lost in its own ass by being way too long, way too artsy. It's shot really well. It's lit really well. The fucking practical effects are phenomenal, and it's he directed the ever living shit out of this. The actors are all fucking good, dude. This is just like a top fucking tier horror movie, like, and it holds up just as well now as it did then, even with the fucking special effects not being super convincing now.
I mean, I loved it, and this is my first time watching it, and we're 40 years past its release date.
Yeah, dude, that scene with the TV is insane. Where the fucking hand with the gun pops through the fucking TV and shoots him. That whole scene is so fucking crazy. The whole how gross his hand is when it overgrows over the fucking gun and becomes one of it, like very Akira-esque. Like the whole thing is very, very Akira.
I have one problem with this movie and one problem only. And it's in the beginning, and it's when they're making out, and it's the slop noises from kissing. Dude, there is something about slop noises in movies when people are kissing, where it's like, dude, I don't fucking need that. I don't need that. I don't know if that was like his way of like easing us into the gross out factor of body horror.
You know what I love about that scene though is that like the way they're laying on the bed and the Videodrome is playing in the background, and it slowly like works into them laying on the floor where all these people have been tortured while they're fucking. It's just so fucking well done, man. It's just well done.
No, it's a great scene, and that didn't ruin it for me, but it did make me sit and watch the whole scene like with kind of like this face, like.
That scene is awkward. I feel like you probably couldn't get away with putting that scene like of them just fucking naked like that in a movie now, especially in like how big is the budget on this? This was not exactly a big budget movie, I would imagine.
I don't know, man. Isn't this like James Wood at his woodsiest?
His woodsiest. Let's find out. 5.9 million, 1982.
Yeah,
to put that in context,
that's like a $350 million budget today.
To put that in context, The Fly, which we were just talking about, had a $15 million budget.
I mean, that's $1 billion now.
Well, let's find out. 6 million, 1983 worth today.
Oh my God, dude, just ask AI.
No, it's $19 million. Almost $20 million.
$5 million.
Well, 6 million, but yeah.
6
million in 1983 is worth almost 20 now.
Wow.
19.7.
Wow.
We suck. But all right, well, why don't you give me your final thoughts and rating on Videodrome? There's not a whole lot to say here. This movie is old. It's shocking. Go into this if you haven't seen it as blind as possible.
Yes. I think
it really does help.
I really do think that's the key to this is going into this as blind as humanly possible. Simply because I feel like when we get a lot of body horror and you go into it blind, like Dead Alive. Dead Alive is a great example. I know I keep shitting on it, but in all seriousness, Dead Alive is a great example where if you go into it blind, it is going to bother you on a molecular fucking level. That movie is a movie you don't go into it blind. Get a friend who will actually prepare you for that movie, unlike what I've been dealt with in life with the other screen over here.
That's my fault. I thought he was an adult and could handle adult movies. I forgot that he mostly sits around and watches Family Guy. So that's my fault.
Okay, first of all, that's not true. Family Guy's terrible. Second of all,
you quoted earlier.
So if I make one quote from something, that means I love it forever. Is that the logic we're doing here?
One quote in a 20-minute period seems high, but
I also of anything seems high. I'll just sit here in silence.
I also have the experience of knowing what you watch on a pretty regular basis because I know you, and it's
fucking know me.
It's mostly Family Guy and American Dad.
But no, American Dad. That part is true, actually. That part is true. I watch that way too often, over and over and over and over and over and over again. Anyway, cut back to me. Put me on screen. Get rid of you.
Yeah.
Go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Put me on there. Thank you. This one you do need to go into blind. I firmly believe that, because I feel like when people hear body horror, they are prepared for something in mind that is not what this is as far as body horror goes. Now, with that said, I understand the irony of asking somebody to go into this movie blind after watching us talk about it for 15 minutes. So there is that. However, as far as what we're talking about, don't look into the details. Don't go look up. I would say don't go look up previews. Don't go look up, scenes of it or anything like that. Like, if you go into this and you haven't seen it yet, go into it blind. And I really, really think it's going to meet and probably exceed whatever expectations you might have for it. This is a very good movie that I am actually very glad I have added to my collection. There are movies here that I will never watch again.
Like that giant Resident Evil box set?
That I watched. I do go back and watch the first one.
Oh, okay.
From time to time. The first one is good, and then they just kind of turn into like zombie Fast and the Furious. That's kind of the vibe that they give me.
Well, you also have some movies that I bought duplicates of and gave you copies of. I can't remember exactly what, but I know I give you something that you'll never fucking watch.
I will say this: if you can find this, I did find this.
That's a good one. Why is it all? Oh, that's the cellophane. Oh,
yep. Because I don't have a protector. Oh, by the way, I'm actually glad I brought this up. If you, Mike, or anybody watching knows how to get protectors for like bigger ones like this, please tell me. I'd love to know.
They make VHS ones that you could cut down.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, cool. But yeah, no, all together, this was a surprise for me. I'm very glad I picked this up. I'm very glad we did this video, and I am going to give this, what do I want to give this? Dude, I think I want to give this a 9 out of 10. I really think I want to give this a 9 out of 10. I mean, it is, the story is creative. The acting is good. There is a twist and turn with one of his acquaintances that I did not see coming. Like, there are surprises. There is good writing. It kept me enthralled. The special effects are great. It is not a perfect movie, but it is goddamn near close. And I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I loved Videodrome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, to be honest, have a whole lot to add to that. That's pretty much how I feel too. I've watched this probably a dozen times in my life, and every time I watch it, I'm like, God damn it, that was good. It's just captivating and interesting. It's a great idea. I love the idea of somebody using signals in that way to the whole thing is fucking cool. The way they talk about how it sort of creates a new part of the brain, and like all of it is cool. I love the entire idea up and down. The body horror stuff that is usually in most of his movies is kind of toned down in this. And because of that, I think that this might be one of the greatest horror movies of the early 80s. Just period. It's not too gross. It's not too high-minded, but it's got both of those in there, just enough of it to make it feel like a quote elevated horror movie. If you made this now, that's what people would call this, because it has a strong message behind it. It's smart, it's gross, and it's scary. And all of it is well written. He directed the fuck out of it, and it's got some of the fucking greatest acting in any horror movie that I can point to. So I too also give this a 9 out of 10. This is just a fucking great movie, dude. Videodrome.
You know what I think this movie does better. It does something that we don't talk about a lot in horror movies because it's generally not a factor. And it's amazing in this. The set design. holy shit.
Yeah.
The fucking set design and the props in this are so goddamn good and creative and pleasing. That I think that is one of those things that stands out to me a lot in this, where it's like there are scenes in this where I'm like, God damn, dude, the room that you were talking about with TV in it, like the kind of surreal type of room with the TV in it, where he starts whipping the TV.
Yeah.
And then the office that he walks into where Professor Oblivion's daughter is.
Yeah.
As he's walking through there, I mean, dude,
when she's going through all the tapes and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, even the panning and the jib shots for the sake of revealing a fucking satellite dish is incredible. This movie's just awesome, dude.
Yeah. I mean, this is everything that I think of when I think of like a good fucking solid horror movie. Not to mention, David Cronenberg is also responsible for one of my other favorite things that he's made, Brandon Cronenberg. Who is the director of Possessor and fucking Infinity Pool and a couple others that are really fucking good. Dude, this Videodrome's great. I love David Cronenberg. I like to imagine David Cronenberg doesn't birth children; he just manufactures them. He directs them. Now you should come out of the hole. Yes. like he directs his wife's vagina to create children. And now your vagina gives birth to my spawn. Just his poor wife sitting in syrup and him just him barking orders into it. All right. Well, do you like Videodrome? What do you think about this movie? Is our rating too high? Is it too low? What do you think? If you like this, make sure you hit the like button. If you really liked it, make sure you hit the subscribe button because we got a lot more content like this on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time from the deep. Bye-bye.